So, Swedish etiquette on the shooting range. Number one, these targets that you see, when you leave them back here, when you're done, always tape up your holes. So you leave it as you want to find it. I had to tape this one. Someone didn't do this before me. And you put them in holders like this, and then you put them above this concrete berm that's filled with dirt on the other side. So there's a guy shooting over there, so I can put up targets while he's shooting above my head. Remember your hearing protection. Yeah, so when I'm done shooting, I'm gonna tape up all my holes. Another shooting range etiquette thing is these permits from the Swedish police. Read them, make sure you know what they say. It says what this shooting range is rated for. These are the instructions for this 300 meter shooting range. This tells you what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. We have a rule book called SAC B in Sweden that details these things and how it's handled. So you have to follow these rules. Anything that says on the skjutbaneinstruktion or a shooting range instruction, that's what you have to follow. And it's very important that you do. We don't need assholes breaking these rules. Yeah, so remember that and only that is the rules posted on the range that you're supposed to follow. Another shooting range thing you need to follow, as you can see here, the semaphore is green. That means you're allowed to shoot. I'm safe here because I have a berm protecting me. And we're not shooting steel, so no ricochets. So it's only paper. And the gravel in the wall, you have to be able to put about this thick of a metal rod, half a meter into the berm. Otherwise you're not allowed to use the berm. If it's filled with lead or if it's frozen in the winter, you have to check that. That's important. But when you're done shooting, you turn this. So the other side, and okay, it's backlight. So it's a red side with a white cross on it. Then you're not allowed to shoot. So if I were to turn this, the guy who shoots at 300 meters right now, he would have to cease fire. But I'm not an asshole, so I won't do that. I'll do that when I'm done shooting if no one else shows up. But for now, we're allowed to shoot because the green side, that means ready to shoot. And turn to red side after you're done shooting. So it's fairly easy instructions, but people forget because people are idiots. So when it's green, you're allowed to shoot. When it's red, put it on the red side, just turn it when you're done. Super easy, but people keep forgetting it. And also, now it's not a big issue, but in winter times, remember to check the berm if it's been frozen nights and stuff. Oh, that's a big bird. Anyway, yeah, look at that bird. Beautiful. Well, whatever. Remember every shooting range should have one of those metal sticks, and remember to be able to put it into the berm at least a half a meter. So 50 centimeters. Not sure what that is in bullshit US measurements, but Google that shit. Yeah. So another piece of advice when you're at the shooting range and ready to shoot. If you're like me, all alone at the shooting berm or at your shooting position, you are the range officer. If we were like 3 people here, or 5 or whatever, we would have to appoint a range officer who could give the commands to cease fire or whatever else is needed, for example. And another safety thing, if like a deer or a hog or something started running over here, everyone should yell, the first one to see it should yell cease fire. That's everyone's responsibility. And also regarding safety, another tip is if an accident does happen and you have to call the police or the hospital or the emergency services, basically, if someone shoots themselves in the foot or whatever, then never say that someone's been shot. Always say there's been a sport shooting accident. Because if you say someone's been shot, they're going to send a SWAT team first and not the ambulance. And yeah, that's totally unnecessary. So yeah, and as you can see here, usually you'll find these at every range. So trash can for packaging. Hylsor means empty casings. Pant means like if you have a soda with you or something and you have the empty can, you can put it there. Yeah, so this is a really nice range, So I hope people stick to the rules and we can keep having this range for a long time. It goes out to 300 meters over there. No one is shooting there right now. The one who shot is done now. And it's my turn. Since I painted this rifle, I need to re-zero it, and I brought this one just to do a comparison on the use. This is supposed to be the same, but it's not the exact same paint. So there's, as you can see, different materials have different hues on them. So yeah, this is the original Swedish K color, but it's not a super big difference. This one, if you feel it, is a bit smoother, and this one is a bit coarser. Yeah, so whatever. Yeah, now I need to get shooting. Okay, now that I'm done shooting, I marked all my targets, so they're ready for the next user. I put up this sign, so it's no shooting allowed until the next shooter gets it ready. And it looks nice. So there can always be other rules for a shooting range that I didn't mention here. And obviously you have to have permit to be able to use a shooting range. Otherwise you're not allowed. That's a no-brainer. So you can't just show up to a shooting range in Sweden. You have to be part of the shooting club that handles that shooting range mainly. And always remember to check any local rules that you might miss otherwise. Usually when you become a member of a shooting club, you get like a tour, and you get the rules pointed out. This is where the material is, this is where this and that is, this is the code to the lock to the whatever. So just remember the best tip I can really give you is to leave the shooting range in a better condition than when you arrive. So even though you do all things right and keep your shit together, there's always assholes, right? So try to keep it nice and clean up after yourself, and if you see any shit on the range, pick it up, throw it away, and yeah, everything's gonna be super nice and super fine. Now I'm heading home. See ya!